Thank you, Amy, for joining us today. This is Rami from Drive More Growth, and I wanted to sort of ask you a couple questions about your business and your experience with us running sort of your marketing. So, want to kind of go down the list and ask a few questions. The first one is, can you briefly describe your business and what it is you do?
Of course, yes. My name is Amy. I'm the DTC manager at Boss Audio Systems. So we are primarily a consumer electronic brand that focuses on the automotive aftermarket industry.
Awesome. Can you share where you were before and sort of after working with us in terms of sort of revenue growth, whether it be sort of your Instagram, Facebook, or your Shopify?
Yeah, sure. We have been very strong in our traditional B2B channels, but very fresh when it comes to D2C. So transitioning the brand from a B2B into a more consumer-friendly one require a lot of groundwork on digital marketing efforts. And we run a very nimble and small internal team within marketing. So we didn't have a dedicated team member that's assigned to drive the digital side. Having partnered with Drive More Growth has enabled us to have a dedicated and constant effort that can maximize our ROI. And we are very new when it comes to social media, email marketing, S&M marketing. So having a partner that has the expertise to know how to drive multiple marketing channels is very helpful to our growth. And we were able to double our revenue and profitability within just 12 months of working with each other.
Amazing. And how long has Boss been around and how much revenue do they do annually? Ballpark, it doesn't have to be exact.
Boss has been around for 35 years, coming up to 36 years. Like I said before, our primary focus was B2B, and we have a revenue about 50 million, and that fluctuates, but it's consistently growing.
And how much incremental revenue was brought through the sort of growth channel that was worked on the sort of DTC side?
Well, DTT side was a blank space when we first started. So the marketing team was brand new. We built every team member from the ground up within the past 5 years. And that's where we start building the digital presence that's more consumer facing. So we can say we were starting from zero to where we're at right now, which is very significant. And we're very proud of our progress.
Yeah, I think we broke half a million in order revenue anyway, or just shy of it, which was a big target for us in the beginning of the year.
Exactly. Yes.
Awesome. And I guess what were I mean, you kind of alluded to some of them, but what were some of the main challenges that you faced sort of before, or maybe in the beginning, as you were starting to sort of ramp this up? Because we came in a little bit later, you'd already sort of tested the waters. I imagine there's all kinds of agencies that are approaching you that you've worked with. So I guess I'm curious, what were some of the main challenges that you had there that you faced that we were able to help out with?
On digital side, D2C perspective, I think the main challenge that we faced was connecting the dots. We would have one area of success, but we weren't able to capture that success and feed that into the next level when it comes to the marketing channel. So we were struggling a little bit on how to capture the growth and feed that into more growth in the next cycle. So, for example, we will have a very successful paid ad campaign, but we didn't know how to translate that into success in emails or increasing the website conversion. We felt like we were limited on budget in the beginning, but instead we learned that we just need a dedicated team to capture the growth and push that further along the way.
Right. And how has that specific process changed since working with us?
Let's see. Our paid campaign has been very streamlined and well managed after working with Drive More Growth. We have the confidence knowing that campaigns are being tended to on a granular level. We align on strategy level every week. And knowing that from week to week, campaigns are being tended to, we know that we're optimizing them on a daily basis and to deliver the maximum impact to. And that was something that was a big change in process.
Right. And I guess based on the results so far, where do you see Boss going the next sort of 6 to 12 months?
Oh, we are both confident that we can double our growth again within the next 6 to 12 months.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Yes. We are confident that more growth is coming along our way.
That's why they call us Drive More Growth.
Yep.
What surprised you about Drive More Growth's service or paid media service, did you have any sort of misconceptions before starting?
Yeah, we had some misconception when it comes to potential return on Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. We believe those were the strong front runners compared to Google Ads, but we were proven otherwise. Being able to quickly pivot our strategy was able to help us not only stop wasting budget, but also capture more growth. And full pun intended, drive more growth was able to help us do exactly that. And instead of blowing our budget continually, we were able to pivot quickly and then turn that into the most successful quarter of the year we've had so far.
Awesome. I'm trying to think if we could talk a little bit about like the stuff that goes beyond the paid media too, because I think you alluded to it earlier about like granted you guys own the email marketing and the website, but that like attention to all the details and the analytics and making sure we're like okay what are people doing when they hit the site, how they're engaging with it, how do we increase conversion rate, I think would be the goal there. So maybe I could just like pivot into a question about that, like out because a lot of agencies might just spend ad dollars instead of caring about what actually happens to the user at the end of the journey.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you think about like that experience overall, right? About how we worked together to sort of achieve higher conversion rate in addition to finding our sort of media spend.
Yeah, I guess we could say that the partnership is not limited to just paid ad strategy and performances. Through working with each other, we were able to identify a lot of new opportunities along the way, and Drive More Growth was able to provide a perspective that's not limited to just paid ad, but the entire consumer journey. And considering all the different touch points that the customers have to go through, we were able to receive feedback and advice on how to further maximize each step. And that was something that's unique of Drive More Growth compared to the other agencies that we work with.
Awesome. And obviously, Boss is a very large company, and there's a lot of folks involved in it. From a like a leadership perspective, was there angst prior to sort of hiring an agency, and after a year, what is sort of the feedback about investment in marketing and DTC that wasn't quite there before?
I think that's the other misconception that we were able to correct. We always thought having an in-house dedicated person was the better option. But after working with Drive More Growth, we realized there is a lot of unseen benefit working with an agency. Not only we get a dedicated effort, but we also get to experience the learnings and new opportunities that you guys learn from other clients. We were able to have a constant flow of ideas and inspirations that are fed to us, and it did not impact the quality of the work that was delivered to us. The communication, having Slack to facilitate the communication, make the collaboration very seamlessly and timely. And we were very happy with how this team was able to incorporate each other and then drive more impact to the company.